Hi, I would like to share a portion of scripture that pretty much everybody knows by heart. Well, it's from John chapter 8. It's a portion of scripture that's been highly debated as whether or not it really belongs in Holy Scripture. Um, it, it, it's usually in all translations, except for New World Translation 2013 edition. But that's that's not translation that most people read or consider a good Bible. Anyway, here here it is, starting from verse 1. But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Now early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. Then the scribes and the Pharisees brought to him a woman caught in adultery, and when he had set her in the midst, they said to him, Teacher, this woman is caught in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned, but what do you say? This they said, testing him, that they might have something of which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger, as though he did not hear. So when they continued asking him, he raised himself up, and he said to them, He who is without sin among you, let him throw a stone at her first. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Then those who heard it, being convicted by their conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest, even to the last. And Jesus was left alone, and a woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had raised himself up and saw no one but the woman, he said to her, Woman, where are those accusers of yours? Has no one condemned you? And she said, No one, Lord. And Jesus said to her, Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. Already we have Jesus faced with, with a tough decision. They brought, the Pharisees and scribes bring to him a woman caught in adultery. They they claim she was caught in adultery, and law says that adulterers should be stoned. However, what the law of Moses does say in this instance is that the man and the woman who were caught in adultery should be stoned. They only brought to him the woman. So where's the man who that she supposedly committed adultery with? And th- this was a tricky situation that Jesus what was faced with delivering the answer to, and Jesus' answer was basically, if you're without sin, without this particular sin, you can be the first to throw a stone at her. And and that were that really caught the Pharisees and scribes by surprise. And it's like, they were convicted in their conscience, and they knew that they did something wrong, and they went away one by one, and they left Jesus and the woman alone, and Jesus confronted the woman and said, "Has no one can accuse you?" And she said, "No one, Lord." And he said, Neither do I." Well, he said, "Has no one condemned you?" And she said, "No." And he said, Neither do I." And he said, "Go and sin no more." That's Jesus basically just forgave the woman, and I think this should be part of Scripture, no matter what. This is a very important lesson that we need to learn, and we need we need to be more like Jesus, and for and forgive those who are being accused of being this or that. And I mean, if this were anyone else being accused of anything, Jesus would answer pretty much the same way. I mean, Jesus needs evidence. I mean, it's like, where where's the man? I mean, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you this morning. So have a good day.